Hello, everybody. Good evening. Rose here. Tonight, I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Just Beezing. So I don't think she did any more live streams after this one, but I wanted to cover some of it. The live stream itself is almost 3 hours long. Obviously, we're not going to cover all of that because that is just entirely too much. So we're just going to jump around a lot. We're going to cover the comments section and then call it a night. And then after I'm done covering all the Chantal stuff tonight, I'm going to go ahead and just give my brain a break and create something really pretty and soothing and relaxing for some of you as sort of a palate cleanser for you and a bit of a artistic break for me. I'm going to do an ambiance video. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I really do like doing the ambiance stuff as something to kind of step away from all things Chantal, just so I don't get burnt out on all things Chantal and having her in my face all the time. But before I get into that, before I get into the creative artistic process, which is making ambiance, we're going to cover Chantal. So let me just go ahead and bring up the screen and share the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let me go ahead and share the audio. Don't want to forget that. So there's our girl of the hour, Miss Chantal. So she's going to talk about Natter again, talk about moving again. Uh, it's basically just a broken record with her. Before we get started, though, I would like to point something out to Chantal. I would like to give her a visual because I think she needs a visual. I think she needs a deeper understanding of why the reaction channels are doing so well these days versus her own channel, which is 3 to 4 times the size of some of the reaction channels. Chantal, some people learn by words, other people learn with pictures. Allow me to give you a picture, an actual picture of why the reaction channels do better than you do. So here's your stream, and in your stream, you're sitting in your living room area, you're not doing anything, you don't have your makeup on, you're just doing the same thing you normally do. You're clocking into YouTube and you'll put in your 5, 6, 7 hours a day. You don't put any thought into your live streams. You're not interested in entertaining your audience or giving up the quality content. Allow me to show you something of note. So here's your channel. Your channel has 91K subscribers, almost 92, correct? Although most of those are dead accounts. But when it comes to YouTube, they still count because they count towards the number. But look at your chat, ma'am. Look, this is all VIB chat, which means nobody can talk to you unless they pay the $5. Right? Right. And the only time you open up your chat is when you're lacking in VIB memberships and you're looking for people to sign up to be VIBs. Let's go over here. This is Gary Unfiltered. This is a stream that he did. Okay. He did this last night. This is a stream that you did. Remember, you're 91K subscribers, right? And you got a little under 8,000 views for your video. And this was done 6 hours ago. Here's Gary's live stream. And even though he's much smaller than you, he's not even at 7K subscribers. He's on his way to being 7K, but he's not quite there yet. Look, look at the chat, Foodie. Pay close attention. Notice that his chat is not locked down. Anybody can come in and talk to him. Anybody can interact with him. He's on his stream. He's ready to work. He's not intoxicated. He's not drunk. He's ready to entertain people and make people laugh. So look at that, Foodie. A much smaller channel than you, that's not even half your size, getting almost as many views as you. Look at all the people in chat. Also take note of the amount of likes and dislikes. You have 101 likes and 367 dislikes compared to Gary. He's got 596 likes and only 16 dislikes. But let's go over here for your stream and see what you're doing.
Alright, so I just did a small grocery haul. Just stuff I needed, I guess.
So you're going to sit here for 3 hours, almost 3 hours, and do practically nothing except eat and talk about Natter. And that's pretty much your stream, just talking and bitching about Natter compared to Gary. And listen to how he does things.
What, clean out your hat? You never thought you had to clean out your hat?
What a sick fool. Pay him respects with this exquisite hat. You look advocate you can be like this around him. You don't have to try and place any effort whatsoever.
How do you know that?
Behavior. As long as
How do you know that, Shenanigans? How do you know?
Not even 2 minutes in and I'm already laughing.
Know that Chantal has that? Oh my gosh. I don't know how you know it. That's what I'm saying. Gary's Woogle assistant. Does Canada have their hair club for men? I don't. You're my Woogle assistant. You should know. I did just turn it up, Anola, because it was low. I did turn it up. It should be better now. Yeah, my Woogle assistant. You should already know that. Thank you for the food chat.
Look at that. Gary's having a good time. The audience is having a good time. Look at all the laugh emojis. Look at this. There's a lot of engagement here. Everybody's having a wonderful time. I love the Unfiltered Squad. I love the chats we over there. I love Gary to death, Erie, Petty, Shan, all y'all. I love being part of the Unfiltered Squad. I'm honored to be a part of it. But look at this, Chantal. Do you see how people are responding to Gary? Do you see what's going on here? Look. All these people in the chat having a good time. When is the last time that people honestly had a good time in your chat?
Oh my gosh. She showed it before. Well, I'm glad I missed it. I did see some beads laying back here on the bed one time. Could you imagine? Could you imagine what the underwear and those beads smell like?
Gary.
you finance everything.
Yeah, we thought it was funny too. Gary, you are the greatest. Thank you so much. You are the greatest. You always give me a laugh when I'm having a hard day. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate the Fupa chat and the kind words. Thank you.
So I need someone that I can finance and act like a total dipshit then. No, I'm kidding. What do you do back at the Shire? When Tony went into the bathroom, he said, "Did you meet Alfredo or is your tapeworm happy to see me?" Ew!
Ew! Tapeworm.
Or like Vivi? Who's Vivi?
She starts raging in here.
Can't leave Quebec.
Look at that. Do you see that, Chantal? People are liking the interaction in Gary's chat so much. Look, somebody just gifted 10 memberships. And this has happened more than once. The people are enjoying themselves so much, they want other people to enjoy it, so people are gifting memberships. When's the last time somebody did that in your chat, Chantal? You know, when is the last time? Isn't it shameful? Isn't it embarrassing? You've got a huge channel. You've been on YouTube for years. And the entertainment value on your channel is so lacking. It's so lacking that there's no fun to be had anywhere. You think that by getting on your channel and getting high and getting drunk and greening out and just turning on your camera, that's all you have to do. And you wonder why people are going to the reaction channels like Gary Unfiltered. It's because everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody wants to be entertained. Everybody wants to have a laugh. You can never have too much laughter. You can never have too much humor in life. There's always room for more. And Gary honestly loves to entertain people. He loves to talk to people. He's a genuine, sincere person. And that comes shining through when he does his reactions. And that's why people have a good time with him. And there you are over here doing nothing. And look at your chat, the chat that you put behind a paywall and you locked down just because you were so concerned about getting paid. You're so busy tripping over the nickels and dimes in front of your feet that you forsake the dollars in front of that. You're so consumed with greed that it's costing you money because you're just not about that life of actually interacting with people and caring about how they feel and what they want as far as your content. You don't care about what people want. You care about what you want. Well, you get what you get on your channel. This is it. This right here, this lack of excitement, this lack of great content, this is what you get.
There's going to be bins, trash bags, boxes, all kinds of shit everywhere because I'm moving. Tufts of hair. I got a vacuum. Hello, Gort. I'm glad you're live. I can't stand those two gaslighters. Yeah, like I seen the clip. You actually.
You know what's really sad? Natter is over there hurting for views so much. He thought he was doing something, getting on live stream and pulling his pants down. He thought that would make the views go up and the money go up, and it didn't. Should have saved that for OnlyFans, Natter. Because from what I saw, there was nothing impressive there, sir. Nothing. It's so sad when you're a channel and you feel like you got to get naked or half naked or do something sexual on camera to get people to pay attention to you. That should be a sign your content sucks just that bad. And maybe you need to improve somewhere else. When you suck so bad that not even nudity will get you attention, it's time to do something different.
I see him take off. So he had black shorts on and then he had blue and orange underwear on. I know those ones. He takes those off after. So he's trying to say that it wasn't his wiener. It obviously was. But nobody gives a shit, right? All right, so I got a huge thing of lettuce. I don't know why I always buy lettuce. Because I'm going to try to eat it.
This is so boring. Like, seriously, Chantal, you get on camera and you're like, hi, I bought some groceries. Let me turn that into content. Oh, look, I got a head of lettuce. Oh, look, I have a carrot. Oh, look, I got a box of cereal. This is your content? Just taking stuff out of boxes and bags and showing it off to people? Guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you bought groceries. We all buy groceries. We don't get on our channels and just buy bags of stuff and hold it up for the camera like it's something special. This is boring.
A huge green pepper because I'm going to make a creamy. Is it Simply Mama Cooks? She made something called Creamy Fajita Bake. And it looked so good. I want to make it. And I thought I got more than one. I like the beefsteak tomatoes for tomato sandwiches. I got Pete some Tostitos. His favorites. I needed some Selection brand beef bouillon.
Nobody cares.
Mayonnaise.
This is so sad. Just taking stuff out of bags and showing it off for the camera. This is not content. This is boring. Boring. Next thing you know, she's going to go in her kitchen, open up her pantry, and show off all the things in her pantry. And she's going to do that for 30 minutes and consider that content.
Why did I get
Next.
the move first? No. We're not soulmates.
Obviously
We're
not.
BFFs. Go home with blue balls.
She's not even
Address
saying
your lover.
anything.
Which one? Missy Moo. I wouldn't even feed into that shit. Do what I do. Do you prefer?
Fupa Princess says, Chantal, do you prefer trolls or enablers? I can answer that for you. Enablers, because the enablers are the ones who pay her bills, pay her rent, pay for her drugs, pay for the food. Of course, she wants the enablers.
Trolls or enablers? Enablers.
There you go.
Queen, can we put mayo number 2 in the bedroom condiment area? No. I love.
Oh, Jay of Cornwall says, who's the new cryptid you've created? This is like when you get further along in the Harry Potter books and new characters replace the old ones, right? She just keeps switching people around. We can't keep track of them all.
The real mayonnaise upstairs. Show floor pickle. I shot it out yesterday. Trolls have my best interest at heart. Whatever you say. Some of them do, I think, have some good interest. I know. All right. Hey, Golden. Lolo. Hey. Briar's. Shit in the fridge. Sorry, Chantal. Anything else I can pick on my face? No, I didn't get oatmeal, but I think I got vanilla ice cream. I want to make baked apples and cinnamon and vanilla ice cream.
See, she just left the camera.
So, Komish.
Oh,
Komish?
wait a minute, wait a minute.
Komish?
Wait. What was that? Looks like she took a wheelchair. What is she doing? See, this is Chantal. This is classic Chantal. This is her running up the meter. She's always running off to do something or putting on her makeup or graying out because what she's doing is she's running up the meter. She's stalling for time. She's trying to make the live stream as long as possible for more YouTube ads to be placed on the live stream later so she can make money. Her coming on YouTube is not about doing quality content. It's about making really long live streams for more ads. She could take her camera and point it at the wall and just show the paint. And if she does that for 3 hours, the live stream would still be on her channel and YouTube would still place ads on it. It's not about the quality of the content. It's about how long the live stream is.
Oh. I like this one more. strain of weed called El Chapo. And I ordered, anyway, I'm drinking lemon sparkling water. What are you guys doing? Meat breath? Can we name the creepy doll Sarah Jane? Yes, it's Sarah Jane. Okay, so Comish.
So I don't know if she put a part of a wheelchair in her mouth that looks like she's eating a lot. You know, so it's not like she's doing the edibles away from her live stream or waiting until the live stream is over to do them. She's doing it while she's on live stream, while she's talking to people. Chantal, look, you're all salty and angry about the fact the reaction channels are kicking your butt. Do you see Gary coming on camera, being zoned out? Look at all this engagement. Look.
Girl, I'm hungry. What are you doing up there? Oh, she's picking her nose. That's why.
Order is right. I have to deal with this shit. Michaela.
Okay, so loving and caring, ready, set, Febreze. Welcome all new Febrezers. Just sent out 10 more Gary Unfiltered memberships. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. I love cats. Weeba. Look, I can't pronounce everybody's name. I'm sorry.
You see the difference in attitude, Chantal? Are you getting it now? Look, he's on camera. He's ready to work. He's talking to people. Look at all this stuff in the chat. When's the last time your chat looked like that? When's the last time? And then there's you with your big channel and almost no engagement and no likes, sitting here getting messed up while your live stream is going on. You can't even wait till the live stream is over. You know, when you do the edibles, it makes you binge eat, right? You're a binge eater anyway, but all that the edibles do is supercharge your eating problem. And you take so many that you can barely talk to people. And I would think if you got a room full of people and you're telling them you have to pay to talk to me, I'm putting my conversation behind a paywall, the very least you could do is talk to people. But don't sit there and get mad at the reaction channels and say, we're content thieves. We're stealing your content. We're not stealing it. You put it out there. And if people are in your chat and they're not giving you the money you want, maybe it's because you're not giving them the entertainment they want.
Comish? The Comish? What? No, I didn't. I didn't snag a wheelchair.
Yes, you did.
Wheelchair in the El Chico, huh? Room for that. I don't know if my aunt's going to be coming to stay with me or not.
See, this is like 18 minutes in. I'm bored.
Yes, we will do lots of Halloween content, probably going out and everything. Biden. Where can I read it? Oh, in my last live stream, I read what I wrote.
You know how bad her edible habit is? I remember when she would do the edibles on camera. The moment she would put that edible in her mouth, I would look at the clock. And I would know that there'd be like a 30 to 45-minute window before those suckers hit her right upside the head. Problem now with Chantal is that she does them off camera, so you don't know if they're already hitting her, if you've got 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes before they fully take effect. The only way you know that she's under the influence, if her eyes get all puffy and red and she starts slurring, then you know it's a done deal.
But he showed on his video. I don't want to direct traffic there though, but you rented bins? How large? Pretty well, it's like this, but you cut it up. So, did you know? So here's my plan. Eating that much is uncomfortable. You have to train yourself to stop. Rebuilding what? Yeah, I don't know. I've been live for 30 minutes already. That doll is creepy. At 6 p.m. I don't know. Wait, why do you think it's a Gatineau house? Oh yeah, I tipped a lot too. I tipped $10.72.
Okay, so she went off camera and she did her edible. And you guys can see where the timer is. Okay, so we're at 41 minutes. So she took an edible, it'd be hitting her right about now. You guys can already see the effects of it. Look at her eyes. She's all pie-eyed. She's feeling it. Look,
That's why
she's stoned.
Damn
stoned.
tip! I've been nauseous all day. Just hearing that food list makes me want to hurl. No, Leo Queen. Payday loan Greek food bees. That's ridiculous. Is Justin Bieber a Beezer? No, Curly, I'm not giving you anything. Okay, I'll give you the blue pot. Oh, my bubble guts. You love pumpkin carving? You did a French bulldog in your pumpkin? Generational grocery lists.
Okay, let's see if we got something interesting here. McGuns Serald says, even if you made $1 million, you blow it all on food and men. You don't respect money because it comes so easy for you to be messy. That's true. Because money comes so easy for Chantal because she truly doesn't have to work for it. She doesn't value it. And she doesn't value the people that give her money. That's why she has no problem just coming on here and acting the way that she does. She has no respect for the hard work it takes for other people to make the money. So she just feels entitled to it.
I'm gonna cook. We wouldn't have to go to the store. I should exercise a lot every day.
But you don't.
Like, just walk.
But you don't.
I'm kind of afraid now. I don't want to die. I don't. I really don't. If I die, I'll just die. I don't want to die.
Well, then do something about your health. You're the only one who can do anything, Chantal. You're the only one who can take that first step. You're the only one. Your life is your choice. Always has been. Your problem is that you keep making bad choices, and then you have the audacity to get mad about how unhappy your life is. And you also get mad about people calling you out on your crap. It's really simple. You make good choices, you'll have good experiences, and you might get praise from people that you actually earned. But if you're engaging in beezing and nonsense behavior and putting yourself at risk and other people, don't expect praise for that.
Fuck. It's scary.
Change is always scary. It's always scary, Chantal, but you know what? It's a good kind of scary. If you have a life where you're unhappy and you think about, where can I go from here? It's frightening. But you know what you should be more frightened by? How your life won't change and how your pain will go on if you don't break away. Think about that. Instead of being so frightened of change to the point where you run away from it, run towards it. What's the harm? Just try it. Try some change.
Attention from men on a daily basis telling me I'm pretty. Good food. Thanking God for life. Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks. And family. I need to hear from Smee. You guys. Like, I feel weird if I don't talk to you guys every single day. The thing is, like, Natter, you have hundreds of people warning you about your health. It's not that I'm refusing to listen. You don't think I know? You know, it's not a matter of not knowing. It was never a matter of not knowing. Do you ever just have, like, a pork chop or steak sandwich or a meal and be done with it? No, I never have just, like, a normal supper and, like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe I should go back on the Ozempic. When I was on Ozempic.
No, listen. Chantal, you can go back on the Ozempic, but the Ozempic is not meant for weight loss. People who go on Ozempic, they do it to help regulate their blood sugar. That's the true purpose of Ozempic. Sometimes a person can lose maybe 15, 20 pounds if they follow a good diet and if they exercise taking the Ozempic. Your problem, ma'am, your problem is that there's no diet out there. There's no diet plan that would work for you. Jenny Craig, Octavia, none of those will work for you. You want to know why? Because you're a food addict, because you're a binge eater, because you're an emotional eater. That stuff is out of the ballpark for diets. Diets like that are meant for people who want to lose a few pounds. But diets don't work. Changing your routines, changing your attitude about food, changing your mind, and getting the mess out of there, that is what works. You can sit there and buy all the healthy food in the store and bring it home. But if you got all of that stuff wrapped up in your head, all that stuff, which is what's triggering the eating problem, all the healthy food in the world isn't going to fix it. You have to address what's going on in your head. Trust me, I've been there. I was a binge eater. Took me 6 years to fix it because I dealt with it alone. And I struggled with the question, how do you fix an addiction to something that you can't quit? Being a food addict is a bit unique because food is something we all need to survive. So unlike other addictions like, say, alcohol or drugs, which you don't need, food is something you do need. So how do you fix an addiction to something you need to survive? That was the part that I struggled with. How do I fix an addiction to something that I cannot stop consuming? I struggled a lot with that question, trying to find the answer. And the answer that I finally found is that you have to repair your relationship with food. You have to look at it the right way. You got to treat it the right way. You have to have respect for it. You can't use it to replace something emotional in you that's lacking or missing. You can't have emotional anchors on food. There has to be other things in your life that give you purpose and meaning and happiness. If you are an addict of any kind, and let's just say you've got something that gives you a lot of joy, which food and drugs and natter give you a lot of joy, your big task, your giant task would be to find something or a group of things that give you as much joy, if not more, than the toxic things. And that way you can switch from the toxic to the non-toxic. For you, that's going to be a monumental task, which you are not going to do because you're too comfortable with your addictions and you're making too much money off of all of them. You're profiting off of your addictions, and so you continue them. But I've been there. I've been there with the binge eating. It sucks. It sucks. Absolutely sucks. You need to stop running. You need to stop kidding yourself. Food addiction is as dangerous as any addiction to drugs or alcohol. Just like with any other addiction, it can kill you. I'm not wishing death upon you. I'm just saying food addiction is dangerous. It can affect you. It can hurt you. You need to wake up. Big time.
Heck yeah, but the only thing we're cooking is brain cells. Yeah, I'm in a rut. I gotta get out of it. Tomorrow, gotta get back to the walking and ED doctor. I did have one before. Yeah. Jen was, yeah. I think
So J.F. Cornwall says you're barreling towards a path of inevitability that will lead you to death. You are too self-involved and selfish to be concerned about those that are going to hurt if you pass away. Get it together. I wish she would. I really, really wish she would.
I think it gave me heartburn at home. Hey, at home with Melissa. She has an eating disorder. You can't just switch it off.
You know, that's true. If you have an ED, you can't just switch it off. But what you can do, what I did, was first you have to realize you have a problem. You got to admit you can't be in denial. Just like with any other addiction, you have to say, I have a problem. You can't deny it to yourself. You can't run from it. You have to say, I've got a problem and I need help. That's the first step. The second step is, in a case like this, you have to sit down and you have to think to yourself, what is it that got me on this path? What started this madness? What brought me here? Like, what are my triggers? What triggers me to eat? The triggers for different people are different. You have to go all the way back to when you noticed when you had a problem. Like, what happened? What got it all started? Usually with addiction, there's some kind of trauma. There's something bad happened that caused pain for the soul or the brain. You got to go all the way back. You got to get to the root of the problem. When did it all start? What triggered it all? What was the first trigger? And then you have to identify all your other triggers. You got to sit down and ask yourself, what triggers me, like with an ED, what triggers me to eat? Do I have a routine based on food? You got to think about all your triggers. You got to be self-aware of them. And that way you can stop yourself from indulging. Like, I know when I sit down in front of the TV, that's my routine to eat. I need to cut that out. I need to change that. Or when I get mad, I eat to calm myself down. I can't do that anymore. You have to be aware of your triggers. Chantal will never go through that self-awareness process. And why? Because she's making too much money doing the self-harm content.
Ankle dangle? Is she still healing her ankle? That would be so sad. Aw. Put her on a wooden raft like a very large Viking and send her down the St. Lawrence River. Man, I don't want to die. I'm scared to.
Jay of Cornwall says, I'd be angry if you passed away, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be angry because you have an actual opportunity to be living a life that many would envy. You could create meaningful content. That's true. She could. She could. You know what, Chantal? You're over here grasping at straws, grasping at content. You're, talking about the same subjects over and over because you backed yourself into a corner with your content and you don't know how to get out. And so you stick to the same shit over and over. But here's the thing. If you got your head out of your butt, if you went on a real redemption arc, which to do that, you would have to do a complete 360. But if you want to do a complete redemption arc, start on the path to losing weight, getting therapy for all of your issues, moving away from being narcissistic and selfish and evil and vile. That's an arc that could last for years. That will be content for years. Instead of grabbing onto these little things that mean nothing, you could use your redemption as content for the next several years. And you would get a whole group of people behind you, giving you the praise that you want. And you could make money and get healthy. It would be a complete win. But you would have to be a responsible person for that. And you could no longer be selfish and you couldn't lie anymore. You would have to be a whole different person. And you would have to embrace that. I don't think you have the power to do that because you're too wrapped up in your selfish, self-absorbed self. But I'm just saying, if you went that way, you could have content for years.
I'd be pissed off if you passed away, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be pissed because you have an actual opportunity. Okay, let's plan my future. I'm scared. I have a lot of cortisol buildup.
What?
Tuna steak for dinner? Did you boil it for 90 minutes? Hang out with Pete? It's your corpse! What do you mean my opinion on Pulpy? Are you the one that just... Why are you so obsessed? Where's my food? I'm not fucking around. Sidecar for my fupa. She was just like... I think... Swedish meatball with mashed potatoes.
This looks kind of boring. So let's just go straight to the comments. Lixie says, I watched it and felt nothing. I'm cured. That's not how PTSD works. You tore up true PTSD victims the other day, and yet you can say these sorts of things. You don't have PTSD, Chantal. You haven't seen a professional, you haven't been diagnosed, and you most definitely are not showing signs of it in this situation. Yet you ripped that person in your chat the other day who was just trying to be kind and offer advice from their own experience. Definition of a simp. Yeah, and let's not forget, Chantal claims to be an empath. So she's supposed to be an empath and she's talking to people that way. And she's claiming conditions that she's not been diagnosed with, which is a slap in the face to anyone who truly does have PTSD. Lindsay says, how on earth do you plan to be in a fashion show, allegedly, when you can't walk from your front door to your car without being out of breath? Are they going to give you a scooter to scoot down the runway? Also, will you be able to get a couple of hours without being inebriated on mind-altering substances or eating? These are all things to consider before committing to a company and giving them your word you'll be there. This business is relying on you to be a decent human for once and keep your word. You know what, though? I mean, you're right. When you're a model, when you are taking on a job, any job, you are saying, you can count on me to be there to do a certain job. I have questions for this company if they even exist, number one. Number two, why they would want someone like Chantal with her nasty reputation to represent them. So, if they want to sign on with Chantal, they're going to get what they're going to get. You know what I mean? They'll figure her out pretty quickly. Olivia says beauty bite when it's going directly to disfiguring her body. Yeah, it's no longer a beauty bite anymore. Let's see. Juju says, this is a legit question. I wish you would answer. The other night on a food trip with Pete's, you said smoking, vaping doesn't get you high. That's why you could drive that night. So why would anyone spend money on it and smoke 2 or 3 times a day if you're not getting high? Because she wants to look like Jane Cool over there. Like her smoking cigarettes or doing the bong. She doesn't inhale. She just wants to look cool and thinks she looks cool by doing stuff that she doesn't know how to do properly. It's the same thing with the edibles. She's an idiot with the edibles. She doesn't need that many. In my honest opinion, her taking 1,000 milligrams at a time, all she's doing is wasting money. Once you get to a certain level of high, you're not going to go any higher. Elizabeth Jennifer says, new guy wants to hang out, play Mario Kart, eat pizza, and make out. WTF, is he 14? I don't think it's what the guy wants to do. It's what she wants to do. She doesn't want to do much. She doesn't want to go anywhere. So all of the things named is stuff that she can do and that she will do. Lefleur says 7 deadly sins: pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. Yep, she embodies all the 7 deadlies. She didn't leave any of them out. She is the walking definition of the 7 deadlies and why they're called the 7 deadlies. Olivia says he was deprived, abusive, awful, liar, cheater, disgusting, etc. So why are you simping after him a year later when he already moved on? You bring him up in every stream and behind the scenes, even plan things with him in mind, such as initially planning to move to Montreal. What's wrong with you? When you look at that situation and you see how she's always flipping her truth and changing her mind, you look at it and go, I must be going mad. I don't understand. Because that's how I felt for a while. Like I'm losing my mind over here. I'm trying to find the reason in logic in a situation that makes no sense. And I found something that does make sense. And what I found is what makes sense to me is that he wasn't the things that she said he was. He wasn't abusive. That's why she's able to be around him and talk to him with no problem. I mean, that's the only thing that I can take away that makes sense to me. Allegedly, Dina says, I never did anything like that. I just gave him a YouTube platform and a YouTube audience. Sincerely, Dumbbell Foodie Beauty. Yeah, this abusive person who flicked a cigarette at her on the 3rd meeting, she chose to put him on YouTube and put him in front of other women and expose him to other women. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that she brought him here. and put him in front of other women knowing what he did, knowing who he was. Glitter Bomb says it doesn't matter what she is talking about. She always manages to be thinking and talking about food all the freaking time. It never ends. Nope, because she's got an obsession with food. She's an emotional eater. She's a binge eater. She's got food aggression. I mean, she is on a very, very high level when it comes to EDs. That's why it would take a team. I'm not being sarcastic here. I'm being for real. It would take a team of specialists and doctors working with each other to figure her out and to treat her. She would need perhaps a psychiatrist, medical doctors, psychotherapists, people who specialize in EDs, who know what they're talking about, been there. She would need all those people and more to deal with the different layers of her and figure them out and work with them. She's on that high of a level to where she would need more than just one person dealing with her in order to just straighten out even half the mess in her head. Mindy says if she eats this much in front of the camera, imagine what she shovels in binging when it's turned off. Yeah, it's quite scary. That's why EDs are dangerous. That's why they're very, very dangerous. They can get dangerous real quick. John Mee says, feed your cats. They are hungry. They're always hungry. And it blows my mind that as much as she eats, when it comes to her cats, she doesn't feed them as much as she feeds herself. She's just a selfish, evil person. Jessica says, look at that nasty apartment. You only give those cats treats mostly because you're too lazy to get good food for them. Instead, you get trash, just what you eat. Yeah, I can't. Listen, I can't think about the cats right now. And not because I don't want to, because it makes my heart hurt. When I think about how she sits there and she eats and she eats and she eats, acting like a human termite, just mauling through food. And at the same time, she's denying her cat's food. It makes me angry and it upsets me. I can't think about it right now. I can't. And see. Theresa says, why does everyone hate her? We hate what she does. We hate what she does to herself. We hate what she does on YouTube in front of people. Like 38 years old, and she acts this way in front of people, not caring for herself, not caring for her cats. She's vile. She's offensive. She's gross. She's nasty. She shames people. I mean, I could keep going. Anybody that's new to Chantal, if you want to know why the reactors come for her so hard, please go to the reaction channels. Look for the little, short clips. You'll find plenty of stuff that will shock you. Even just a little bit, you're going to look at it and go, oh my God, I did not know anything about this woman. I get it now. You will. You'll get it. So that's it for this react video. I want to thank you guys for spending time with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end this react video, but thank you for being here. I'm going to go and upload this and maybe work on a ambiance video before the end of night. So thank you for being here and have a good one. Bye-bye.